This is why Vice City is the perfect locations for GTA 6. Hello and welcome back to another video here on GTA Robot. Rockstar is all set to announce the latest game in the GTA series. It's been years since GTA 5 release and gamers are already excited and looking forward for the next release. While there is still time for developers to announce the game, some people have already made up their mind as to where GTA 6 has to take place. According to them, Vice City is the perfect locations to host GTA 6, and in this video we'll look at reasons why people think Vice City is so perfect. Stay tuned. Before we start with the video, however, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for the latest notifications and updates. This way you will never miss another video. With that said, let's jump straight into today's video. Visually impressive. The heart of GTA 5's charm is its playground. Los Santos is a delight, and the diversity of environment as well as scope of the massive open world makes every adventure a memorable one. Tommy Vercetti's home of Vice City is the only city in the PlayStation's 2 trilogy that's been largely left uninhabited by players, save for a somewhat limited PSP release some 4 years later. Vice City's stories is fine, but doesn't significantly move the series forward past its PS2 peak, and a high-definitions all-new ROM across its gorgeous landscape is long overdue. Stylish and classy, yet with a dangerous undertone, the city presented in the 2002 masterpiece is stunning. Even by today's standard, Vice City presents a world that still has the capability to impress on 20-years-old hardware. So, witnessing the conspicuous, glitzy lights of downtown or the calming, palm tree-studded shores of Vice Point should simply be a marvel today. The music. Young people are getting increasingly attracted to 80s electropop music, and it's no surprise games such as GTA wants to add a piece of this music to their game. The fictional Vice City is dripping in references and inspirations to the 80s, rattling down a Miami-esque highway in a blocky coupe listening to Kim Wilde's Kids in America is sure to make any millennial or Gen Z player wish that they were around to witness the likes of Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Slingback Hills, and Neon-like Warmers. Radio stations in the series have always contributed so greatly to the atmosphere of each release. And thanks so much to the time spent being on the road, the tones of 80s royalty are often taking center stage. Thanks to an influx of new artists drawing inspirations, music from the 1980s has never been more popular since that very decade. Harkening back to the cheesy, funky pop-heavy soundtrack of Vice City would satisfy millennials and Gen Z alike. Vice City in the 21st century. Vice City is a town that feels so tightly connected to a time, as its 80s aesthetic and pop-fueled soundtrack are fundamental qualities of the city. Dragging the aesthetic into modern times would amplify the potentials for satire greatly, poking fun at the generations before us for their big hairstyles, out there clothing, and often ridiculous music. Implementing a day and night cycle as well as smartphones, modern transportations, and up-to-date culture references could drastically alter the fabric of the locations and allow the players to see Vice City from a whole new perspective, much akin to being at a nightclub the morning after an unforgettable evening. If there was any chance of overfamiliarity, it would quickly be remedied by a trip in a time machine. Fits the age group of gamers. To many of us, the first visit to Vice City was our introductions to the franchise. As such, the jaunt across the neon-infused scenery was often made when players were far younger than they should have been. To head back to the city with the perspective of a responsible adult will bring far greater rewards. Noticing the subtle satire the series is known for, appreciating its dark humor, and understanding the social commentary it's making. A return trip to Vice City, to many of us, be a great opportunity to appreciate the setting and experience it in the way we should have all those years ago. There was no greater feeling of depravity to us 20-somethings than arriving at school knowing you spent your summer playing The Simpsons Hit and Run rather than Grand Theft Auto because of your strict parents' completely justified hesitance at buying you an M-rated game. To those of us who snuck lengthy play sessions at friends' house and those who never experienced it as a kid, returning to Vice City for GTA 6 would be a perfect reunion and a wonderful introduction respectively. As per many leaks, it looks like Vice City will be the locations for GTA 6. How does that sound to you? Do you want to see a new locations for the new installment? Do let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching.